Hello, beautiful people. Viv going live from York, like I normally do on a Thursday at 9. So yeah, legacy. So it's been an interesting year. I think most people would agree with that. Yeah, who could have predicted what was going to happen, eh? So obviously my year started weird because at that point I knew my dad was dying, and he died on the 25th of January. And so a lot of this year has been quite good for me from the point of view of having time to actually process some of that and to sort of be grateful for the fact that he wasn't here, because he would have hated lockdown, because he loved seeing people and being with people and talking to people and going to cafes and stuff like that. But some of the things I've managed to do this year because of stuff being taken online is stuff that I probably wouldn't have done if it had been a normal year. And one of those things got me thinking about what it is to be beginning to think that you're the sort of last generation and what comes after you. So obviously I've still got my mum and my uncle and aunt and other things like that, so in the generation above me, but obviously I've done a lot of work around ancestral stuff and things this year, and so it got me thinking. And so I'm a big fan of acronyms. You might know that because I named the shamanic stone thing that I do guided pictures in the stone, so it's GPS, so it's finding your way out of difficult things. And so I love a good acronym. So it got me starting to think about the word legacy, because when you talk about legacy, a lot of people think about just the will and the money that's left over, blah, blah, blah. But I was looking into it, and I love the fact that it seems to be from the Latin legatus, which is person who's been delegated. And so, loving a good acronym, I started thinking about it. So I started thinking about it from the point of view of business, but actually I have still got that to one side. But I started thinking about what is it to be a person who, from my point of view, is becoming aware of my ancestry, and also what happens when someone dies and what they leave behind. So I just thought I'd give you a quick thing, because obviously it's New Year's Eve, and I know you're all out partying. No, you're not, because we're not allowed to do anything. But so I just thought I'd give you a thought around the word legacy and being the person who's delegated to sort of carry on what's gone before and the people who've gone before you. So L is love yourself, love your life, love your friends, basically love with your whole being. Find a way to love everything if it's possible, because it's a much nicer feeling than not. E is for everything 100%, and what I loved about this one is fail 100%, love 100%, obviously, because I've just said that. Rest 100%. Be with your friends 100%. So if somebody's needing you to be there 100%. And I love that whole thing of show up, shut up and listen. So like listen 100%. And be there 100. I think a lot of the times we're distracted, especially with like mobile phones, social media and all that stuff. So I love the idea of trying to be there, be everything 100%. G is for gratitude, so gratitude in everything. So I think that's been a tough one for people this year, but I've found ways to be grateful. So as I've already said, my dad would have hated to be in lockdown. He would have found it really difficult, because that's not the sort of person he is. And I should imagine a lot of people like him who want to be out and about and seeing people would have hated it too. So I found gratitude in okay, I didn't want him to die, don't get me wrong, I'd prefer he was here. But that idea of finding gratitude, whatever. There's always something to be grateful for, that you're still breathing, that you've got a house, you've got a roof over your head, that you've got access to the internet so that you can talk to your mates over a virtual cup of coffee. So A is authenticity. So this one's a big one for me, because I really struggled to be anything other than myself. And in fact, I still mean to be doing, I need to do a blog post about why my logo of the butterfly is the way it is. So my logo for my essentially shamanic business, if you look at it, it's a butterfly. But if you actually look at it, it's a B, a backwards B, and then the words me. So I've got a big thing around being yourself, being authentic. There is only one of you on the planet, so just be amazingly, awesomely you. Good, bad bits. I don't agree that we have bad bits, but You know, whatever you are, if you're in a grumpy mood, be authentically you in a grumpy mood. If you're in a happy mood, be authentically you in a happy mood. If you're loud, be authentically loud. If you're quiet, be authentically quiet. Be whoever you need to be, because there's only one of you, and that's amazing. And the likelihood of you being here is an infinitesimal amount of likelihood that you got born. So just be awesomely you. So that's authentic. And all of you, that's what I mean. Just be you. It's awesome. C is for find your creative zone. So that place sort of beyond your comfort zone before you get to that panic zone of, oh my God, I can't do anything. Find the thing that makes you feel alive and brings you joy, and then share that with the world. And creativity isn't just painting or knitting or music or singing. Creative is your way of solving problems, or your way of being who you are. Cooking, your way of cleaning. Share that with the world, because you might be giving tips to people who've never thought of doing things the way you've done them. So we're all creative beings. We've all got imaginations. We can all think amazing things. So share that with the world. And then you. You basically is the you who sums up those who have come before you and those who come after you. So you are the sum of your ancestors before and after. And I truly believe that. So be amazingly you, and take those gifts from the people who've come before you, basically. Hi, Sharon. So, you know, one of the things I've been doing with all the ancestral work I've done shamanically is to look back at some of the things I know about my ancestors. Look at their good bits and their bad bits. And again, I don't mean bad as in bad. I think we've all got dark sides, and I think it's awesome. A dark sense of humour is fantastic. That dark bit of you that gets annoyed when somebody does the wrong thing, I think that's awesome. I don't think it's a bad thing to get angry. I think it's a bad thing to hold on to those things, but I don't think it's bad to get angry. So be amazingly you. Look at what your ancestors were like. Do a bit of research into who they were as people. Most people know their parents and their grandparents, but if not, go and find out who they were. Start looking at those bits of them that you would like to take on and bring into your life, and sort of honour that amazingness that is you. So those were just some of my thoughts that I've had from doing all the crazy stuff I've been doing this year, and looking at my sort of own mortal life and what it means to be on this planet. And so I thought I would share it with the world, because I am the person who's been delegated as one of me and my siblings to continue the legacy that has come before and comes after. So I just thought I'd share that. I thought 31st of December was a pretty good time to do that as we go into the new year. And yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. I'm not going to say that 2021 is going to be any better than 2020, but it's going to be different. And yeah, let's just look after each other, and all remember that you're fantastic, amazing, awesome people, and there's only one of you, so share yourself, shine bright with the world. Okay, everybody, take care. Happy New Year. Bye.